Hi, this is Miss Sadowski. I apologize for the poor video quality. I just wanted to touch base on the project students have been working on because there is a hard deadline for this project to be submitted. It was originally supposed to be submitted this past week, but I added a couple days to the project to make sure students had enough time, as well as giving them this weekend to catch up on any work they may have been missing. So students have been working on this museum display research project over this past month into the end of November is when we introduced the project. They really started diving into it this whole month of December. So students should have been on track by completing their research in Noodle Tools, which we introduced in class. I showed them how to do it, as well as our librarian, Miss Klug. There are videos in Schoology that go over how to use Noodle Tools, as well as a slide deck in our green research folder that goes over how to do that as well, that students can reference. I demoed it many times in class as well, so students should be familiar with that. There were some students I noticed who were absent a few days, or when they were present in class, they were not really motivated to get the work done, who may need this extra time over the weekend to catch up. Students will have time on Monday or Tuesday, whether they're an A or B day student, to catch up on the work in class, but it does have to be submitted by 11:59 p.m. on that Tuesday. So November 23rd is when that needs to be submitted. So if you could just have your student review these videos in this playlist so you can make sure that they are on top of everything. You can just even check to see if they submitted their museum display, then they're good to go. But they should feel comfortable enough that if they only have one class period to work on it this upcoming week, that they should be able to hit that submit button. If students don't finish it in class, they will need to finish it before that 11:59 p.m. deadline. I will not be accepting any late submissions, and this does count as a major grade. Students will be presenting their presentations when we come back from winter break, so their grades won't be put in right away. When they present is when their display presentation grades will be put in. It does count as a major, which will be our major grade for the second quarter. So this will greatly impact their grades. For students who have lower grades right now, just maybe they weren't on task for their Noodle Tools as they were going to submit, because each day they had a certain amount of tasks to do. If they get a good score on their major grade for the presentation, that will definitely boost them up. But just making sure they get a good grade on that. That way, in case they're in a good spot now, if they don't submit a presentation, that score will go down. If your student doesn't have a completed presentation, please have them submit it by that deadline anyway. That way it can at least give partial credit, because if there's no presentation submitted, I cannot award points for it. So please just check in with your student, check and see what they need to get done. Make sure they are ready to submit by 11:59 on December 23rd. Thank you.